Music Bay.
What it do, what it does, where you been, where you was, but it ain't what it is. Face in the mud, I really be hating in the mud. Said I can't pick it up, but I did. Y'all know gon' put too much bass in the sub. Cup full of blood and I gave it a chug. Wait till your neighbors get all snugged in, play this real loud where you live. This that for the kids, saw something strange, can't say what it is. Cortez came, ain't saying what he did. Make shit move, put a chain on the gear. Yeah, I've been on top of the tower, got the paper with the man. Gun cock in his pocket shower, put you down with the squids and the pocket power. I done hang with the guys and we talk for hours, yo. I feel like a doctor on late shift.
Hey guys, welcome back to Skate Mafia. Today we are doing the full review of the brand new Backfire Zealot S. Yes, I said Zealot and not Zealot like in my previous video.
Zealot. The Zealot.
A lot of you guys corrected me on how I was pronouncing the name of the board. I appreciate that. I have a lot of information to share with you, so let's get right to it. I want to start by talking about the deck. A lot of people have concerns over the flex of this deck. Concerns that it's too flexy, and particularly at top speeds it's going to be a little too bouncy. I am here to tell you that is not the case. The deck has the perfect amount of flex to give you a very, very comfortable riding experience. Quite frankly, it's the most comfortable out-of-the-box riding experience I've ever come across. You do not need to upgrade anything in order to have a fantastic board to ride. The concave on the deck is perfect. It concaves up right on the sides where your feet go, and it's just enough to lock you in and make you feel secure and have great control over the board. Next, I'd like to talk about the wheels. The wheels are fantastic for stock wheels. They are very comfortable to ride on, and they roll over just about everything. They're 96 millimeters, so they really give you a good fighting chance when you're coming across larger than usual cracks, gravel, rocks in the road. They do a great job of eating all of that up, and I think they look fantastic with the board. I like the gray wheels complementing the purple and black board. I think it all ties in together really well. Now for these wheels, there's no specific need to upgrade. You can see I have some cloud wheels in the background here. I tend to throw clouds on a lot of my boards just for fun. I like the way they look. You do not need to upgrade the wheels on this Zealot. They perform fantastically. Torque and power. This board has plenty of both. One thing I really like about the torque on this board, the acceleration, is although it's very strong, you do not ever feel like you're going to get kicked off of the skateboard. Meaning when you hit the throttle at maximum capacity, you don't feel like it's going to throw you off the back. I think that's a good thing. It's very intuitive, very smooth. I was able to make it up to 26 miles per hour in sport mode, and I got it up to 28 miles per hour in turbo mode, but there was definitely more power to give. I have no doubt that this board can reach the advertised top speed of 29.5 miles an hour. No doubt in my mind that you can get to that point. I personally don't like to ride ultra fast. I find my comfort zone is between 15 and 25 miles an hour, and that's where this board really, really shines. The carving is fantastic. You really have control over this board, and you're able to maneuver it in all the ways that you want to. So you can have a lot of fun riding this thing. It's more than just a form of transportation. You can ride it with style and flair, and ultimately carve, take sharp turns, really ride the board hard, and it holds up great. Battery and range. I did a range test and I got 17.5 miles of range in sport mode, riding fairly aggressively. I was consistently above 20 miles per hour, consistently on the throttle, on the brake, and then slamming the throttle again. It was a real world range test. Again, I'm 210 pounds without any gear on. There's no doubt in my mind that this board will get the advertised range of 19 miles per charge. When I gave up on my range test, the board was still reaching 20 miles per hour. definitely had another mile, 2, maybe even 3 to go. So I can safely say that 20 miles of range on this board is very achievable. As you guys may know, they increased the watt hours on this battery compared to the original Zealot by 10%, and it's working. The range is fantastic. Now for the brakes. They are strong, they work. I love strong brakes, but very much like the acceleration, these brakes are intuitive. These brakes are smooth. If you hit the brakes at max capacity, you don't feel like you're gonna get thrown off the front of the board. Everything is very well thought out, and the ESC and how it communicates from the remote to the skateboard is very efficient. There's no lag time. There's nothing scary that's going to happen when you're riding this board. If you hit the brakes, it's gonna stop without throwing you off. If you hit the gas, it's going to accelerate without throwing you off. All of these things make it a fantastic entry-level board, or a great board for somebody who might not be as experienced with electric skateboards. It's just easy to ride, comfortable to ride, enjoyable to ride, and anybody could do it. The aesthetic of the board is amazing. It looks great. I personally love the purple. I know that there's a lot of mixed reviews going on out there about how people feel about it. I like it. I love the purple lights on the bottom. I love that they make me more visible, and I just think they look cool. I live in Venice Beach, California. Every Saturday night, there is a light up parade for bicycles, electric skateboards, electric scooters. People light up their stuff and we ride up and down the boardwalk. This board already has the lights built right into it. It's awesome, looks great. The trucks, which is probably the biggest difference between the original Zealot and this new one. The trucks are fantastic. They look great and they perform well. The handling is top notch. They turn sharply. Obviously, since they are CNC forged, they should be more durable. I haven't owned the board long enough to know that one way or the other yet. But from all signs I've picked up this far, very, very high quality trucks. Now value. When you pay $700 or $800 for this board, are you getting good value? The answer is a resounding yes. Between the extra pulleys that are included for easy and quick customization, the extra motor covers that are provided just so you can have them when needed, the extra belts that are provided so that you have them when needed, all of that is extra value. Not to mention the level of customer service that you are getting for a board of this price is absolutely unbeatable within the electric skateboard market. Backfire has factories and sales representatives in many different countries, including the USA, Canada, China, Europe. They are everywhere, and they will take care of you if you have a problem with your board, especially as a newer electric skateboard person. It's really nice to have that help from the company, because when this board breaks, you're not going to know how to fix it the first time. You're going to need some help, and these guys will provide it for you. Now, the negatives. Tough to call anything on this board a negative, as I'm really, really happy with everything about it. But if I had to pick a couple of areas for improvement, the first and most major one would be the seals on the enclosure for the charging port and the USB port. They just don't seem to stay in very well. It's not like they constantly come out, but I do notice when I get ready to go ride the board, I have to readjust them even if I haven't touched them since the last ride. They just don't stay in there as firmly as other boards that I own. So not necessarily something to stop you from buying the board, but it is something to consider if you ride in a more wet area or a dustier area, something that might cause you to get debris into those charging and USB ports. Also, I wish there was a quick charger option for this board. The standard charger does the job in 2 to 3 hours. It's not a dramatically long charging time, but it'd be really nice if I could speed that up and get back on the board faster. So Backfire, if you're listening to this, a quick charge option would be fantastic. So just to recap, guys, this board is amazing. It not only looks beautiful, but it performs at an optimal level, especially for the price point. The customer service is second to none within the budget board sector of electric skateboarding. Really, they have the best customer service over any of the premium brands as well. From everything that I've researched and everything that I've heard, you're not going to be beat from a customer service standpoint when it comes to Backfire. The board is extremely easy to ride, extremely intuitive. It'd be great for a beginner, and it's also great for more advanced riders because it is fast and the range is extensive. So really, this board checks a lot of boxes for a lot of different types of riders. I think the versatility of this board is one of the areas where it really, really shines. It's a strong buy recommendation from me. If you've been debating about purchasing this board, let me make it easy for you. Pull the trigger, do it. Buy it, you will love it. It shows up quickly. It's an easy board to ride. It's an enjoyable board to ride, and it is the most comfortable out of the box riding experience I have ever come across. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. You have no idea how much it helps the channel.
September we met, I could tell by your smile. You hadn't been with a good girl like me in a while. Yeah, you were impressed, couldn't leave me alone. Text me every time that you pick up the phone. And I had control in the driver's seat, but my hands are slipping off the wheel. Now the tables have turned, now I'm up all night.